Welcome back to another episode of the Sunday Sermon with the good Dr. BoA. I appreciate all of the gentlemen joining me here in the AlphaSphere. Shout out to the homie Shavaz Stanford, SJ3, my good brother, working the wrench. Hopefully you won't have to turn to the Grinch on this wonderful day of being blessed to be above the ground, man. Appreciate you working the wrench, brother. Von Wilkes, what's good, man? Golden Child, I see you in the building, GC. Darian McCombs, what's good, bro? War Assassin is in the building. John Storm, what up, man? Jermaine Green, what up, JG? I see you in the building, man. King George III, KG3 is in the building. What's good, man? JC Riggs, man. That's one of my older joints, man. I did it. Like I tell you guys, man, I've been using music for therapy forever, man. You know what I'm saying? I've never really attempted to release, any music, on a major scale of any kind, or try to push any music or be an artist or any of that, man. But I do have some nice joints, man. Trent Sanford is in the building. What's good, man? So, man, there's been an awful lot of talk from an awful lot of people about Pookie and Ray Ray. And most of these cats are not Pookie and Ray Ray, have never been Pookie and Ray Ray, and don't have any experience in the environment that Pookie and Ray Ray are from. So unbeknownst to them, Pookie and Ray Ray are the most preferred of the Most High. That is why they are the most punished. That is why their environment is the worst. That is why their environment is more indicative of the curses of the Israelites than the average man. And that is why they are able, for the most part, to navigate that environment. Percentage-wise, the majority of brothers in that environment are able to navigate it and at least be able to provide a life for their families. You see, cats are under the impression that what they see in the media is real. They're under the impression that what they hear from their peers is real. They're under the impression that the monster stories about the inner city and the people who inhabit that environment are real. But they're not. For the most part, they are not. Adari Guru, Issa Montre, what's good? You have to understand, man, that if you are not a part of an environment and you have no experience in that environment, nor do you have any experience with the inhabitants of that environment, and you speak on it anyway, you are a feminine man. Because only females speak on things that they have no experience in a negative way. You speaking on Pookie and Ray Ray is the same as a woman speaking on a broad that you may or may not have on the side that she don't know nothing about. She just heard about it. She just get a feeling. She just think all men cheat. So she think you got a chick that she ain't never seen, never heard, never got a text from, never seen you text, and never heard nothing. But in her mind, this monster that is attacking her relationship exists. Oh, we gonna get it in today, man. It's gonna be some hurt feelings around here. Cause you understand what I'm saying? I'm done. Oh, by the way, homies, subscribe to my new channel, Pookie and Ray Ray. Link is right there in the description. Go ahead over there and subscribe to it, man. Haven't uploaded any content yet. I'm not gonna put any content up until I get 100 subscribers on it. So I'm just gonna keep pushing the man until I get 100 subscribers on it, and then I'm gonna start dropping this content on it. Cause believe me, the content is waiting for the subscribers. I'm not going to put any piece of content up there at all, but I will as soon as I hit 100 subscribers. You see, what we're going to have to understand right now is that there's a difference between me and brothers like me and a lot of other these people that you hear on this platform. Oh, there's a big difference. A big difference. Black Phillip is in the building, man. Trent Sanford. I see the brothers in the building. I appreciate y'all brothers coming through early this morning, man. You know what I'm saying? On a Sunday morning, this is early. It's noon, but this is early. You know what I'm saying? This is early. But I appreciate you gentlemen being here instead of being at somebody's church, being fed a whole bunch of foolishness about a whole bunch of nothing. So let me tell you something about Pookie and Ray Ray and their environment. First, like I clarified, and I will clarify this at all times on the Pookie and Ray Ray channel, when you hear the trailer, you will hear me discuss this on the trailer. Pookie, Ray Ray, and Thuggo are three different men. Pookie is a crackhead. He has an addictive personality. Pookie is the guy who was already blowing trees in 8th grade. He was coming to school just passing out at his desk in 8th grade. High. Got into high school, never saw him awake in the class. Don't know how he graduated. Thuggo is the cat that kept getting kicked out of school until he finally dropped out. You understand? He had to go to an alternative school, a disciplinary school. You understand what I'm saying? The 5-0 were coming up to the crib, the people coming up to the school, picking him up because he did something over the weekend. They want him for a murder investigation. See, he was the guy that's just getting out of the penitentiary right now from going in right after high school. That's Thuggo. He got bodies that they don't even know about. Will ice you. Name is renowned in a bunch of shootouts. Has been stabbed, has been shot, has stabbed somebody, has shot somebody. But another thing about Thuggo, Thuggo has also been in a battle with 4 or 5 cats at one time and either held his own or came out victorious. That's Thuggo. Ray Ray is the don of the environment. See, Pookie relies on Ray Ray for his fix. He'll do whatever Ray Ray tells him to do. He'll steal your shit and go take it to Ray Ray because what Ray Ray got is what he needs. You see what I'm saying? When you're in the hood and you go to the liquor store on the corner, guess who owned the liquor store? Ray Ray owned the liquor store. Unless you see some abby-dabbies in there in your hood, that's a totally different story. The daycares in the hood with all the little black kids, Ray Ray owns those daycares. When you see a black man riding by in a big body Benz, you ain't never seen him before and he got a big gold chain around his neck. Guess who that is? That's Ray Ray. Thuggo can't get paid without Ray Ray. Either Thuggo is kicking in Ray Ray's door, robbing Ray Ray to eat, or Thuggo is on Ray Ray's payroll, taking care of the people that Thuggo need him to take, that Ray Ray need him to take care of. So moving forward, don't keep grouping Pookie, Ray Ray, and Thuggo in together because we are not one in the same. And you know why these boys don't know this? Because they have absolutely no experience in that environment. They ass just on YouTube talking. That's what they're doing. And I'm tired of hearing you niggas talk. And if you want to say something to me about it, call me on your panel or come on mine. We gonna get some straightening in here. There ain't now a nigga on YouTube that's in a position in his life where he doing so well that he got the right to speak down on Pookie, Ray Ray, and Thuggo. Well, maybe Pookie. But Ray Ray and Thuggo, not so much. Hell, Pookie probably stole something from you before. You probably got a Pookie in your family you can't let in your house because he'll steal some. But the buck stops here. Because when I hear you disrespecting Ray Ray, you disrespecting me, homie. But see, let me tell you something about fake dudes. Let me tell you something about fake dudes that live in a bubble. You know what I'm saying? These niggas live in a bubble, man. They don't know nothing about what they be talking about. They all kick back and forth with the same banter. They don't know what the hell they talking about, man. They talk about it because they never had to be about it. You hear a whole bunch of talk about what they'll do to Pookie and Ray Ray. What they'll do. Yeah, okay, yeah. If Pookie and Ray Ray come to your house, you might do something. In most places, you got council law. And if somebody comes to your crib, you're already prepared. But I bet ain't now one of these suckers gonna go in that environment where Pookie at. They ain't gonna go in that environment where Ray Ray at. They ain't gonna go in that environment where Thuggo at. And go in there talking about what they gonna do. You can get these niggas an army and they still ain't gonna go in there. They'll send an army in there, but they ain't gonna go in there. So all this tough talk around here about Pookie, Ray Ray, and Thuggo, that's only because you know unless Ray Ray is reformed. See, let me tell you something. Ain't no Thuggos on this damn computer. That's why that whole internet thug talk, when somebody be talking about what they're doing on the internet, I already know they ain't gonna do that, because thugs, ain't no thuggos on this internet, homie. Ain't no thuggos on this internet. The thuggo don't want to be seen on the internet. He done did too much dirt. You see what I'm saying? Pookie ain't on the internet. Pookie ain't even got no, you get Pookie a phone, man. Pookie finna go get some dope for that phone. Pookie don't care what you give him. You can't help Pookie. Pookie don't want to be helped. All Pookie want to do is be high. So Pookie ain't on here either. Ray Ray, unless he's reformed and trying to figure out another way to make some legit money, man, let me tell you something. My whole concept of entrepreneurship come from being a hustler, man. I need that freedom. I'm used to that freedom. Ain't nobody finna tell me what to do every day. And you hear cats talking about, well, even if you got your own business, you still work for the white man. Man, get your punk ass out of here. You sound crazy. I got my own business. I still work for the white man because I pay my bills to the white man. Because, well, you still got to pay your house note or your rent to the white man. You got to pay your car note to the... Come on, fool. You mean tell me you getting up every day going somewhere you hate? Got to be there at a certain time. Got to take lunch at a certain time. Got to be back from lunch at a certain time. Got to get off at a certain time. Can't work at home. You got to be back at a certain time. Can't even work on the weekends no matter how much you want to work. You can't go there. They tell you when to come, tell you when to leave, and tell you if your ass going to even have a job the next day. You mean tell me that's the same as me, man, getting up every day, making my own way, man, however I feel like I want to? Come on, man. See, that right there is another example of a man hating another man's progress so much that he has to find something negative to say about it. And let me tell you somebody who ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna hear Reform Ray Ray coming up on here, man, down to nobody for what they do, down to nobody for how they live, down to nobody when they trying to make positive strides. Now, if you're doing something stupid and you're doing something dumb, you deserve to be talked about. But Ray Ray ain't gonna come on here, especially Reform Ray Ray. Even Ray Ray when Ray Ray ain't reformed. I'm just saying only a Reform Ray Ray is going to be on here. So as a Reform Ray Ray, I'm going to tell you right now, man, y'all going to make me come out a different bag. And I'm trying to stay away from that bag. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay away from that bag. Because let me tell you, the most powerful man in the world, a Reform Ray Ray, is the most powerful man in the world. A Reform Ray Ray can navigate between both environments with ease, with relative ease. You see what I'm saying? Now, there are the depths of some environment you don't need to go in. Let me tell you a story right here, man. This is the difference between a Diddy and a Master P. See, Master P is a Reform Ray Ray. You might call him Thuggo, but P is a Reform Ray Ray. When P first started selling CDs, he was in Richmond, California. He would go into a hood in LA, just get out of his truck, walk into that hood with bangers. They don't even know who he is. He'd go into that environment and they say, hey man, what's up with you, man? What you coming in here for? Hey man, look, I ain't with that. I'm just trying to sell y'all some music, man. I got this music. That's what Ray Ray thinks about. Ray Ray doesn't feel threatened in any environment. But these boys that talking about it, I guarantee you they feel threatened in Ray Ray's environment. I guarantee you they feel threatened in Ray Ray's environment. They ain't going in there. Ray Ray got to come out of there and deal with them. Now let's get into the topic, man. Let's get into the topic. Somebody just sent a super chat in the joint, man. Let me send out this super chat here, man. Trent Sanford, man. I appreciate the $10 super chat. Homie said, God bless you, brother. If I had this knowledge in high school, I would have had a 100K business by now, but I will one day. Thanks for the game. No doubt, brother. It's all about the grind. Let me tell you something. I don't even like this cat, man, because he's a beta male simp mangina to the 9th degree. But Steve Harvey didn't have his first car in his own name until he was 38. You know what I'm saying? The boy ain't been getting money but about 25, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? He was damn near 40 when he got his first car in his own name. You know what I'm saying? So, and now, man, he's sitting on meal tickets. I mean, he caught up with a broad that don't mean him no good, but he's sitting on meal tickets right now. And that's the reality of it. So let's talk about this, man. You know, that was some curses that God handed down to the Israelites. And when you think about these curses, you know, when you think about, let's say a curse like this. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell within. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes. See, you're thinking about ownership It didn't say you shall plant your own vineyard. It said you shall plant a vineyard. You shall build a house. You shall do these things. When you go to a construction site and you see a black man out there working, where do you think that black man is from? See, you rarely go to a construction site and see a black. I mean, like let's say you go into a residential neighborhood where they build $1 million homes. You rarely see a black man in there, man, as the foreman, or a black man in there as the architect. You rarely see that. At least in the South where I am. But when you see those brothers in there, what they be doing? They be doing their manual labor. They be doing their cleanup. They be doing those types of things. You go out to a farm, you see them boys working on farms, man. That's what they be out there doing. You understand? So you got to understand that this is about manual, menial labor. The only ones among black folks who do this are the Pookies and Thuggos. And the Ray Rays who got jammed up so bad, man, that they hit the block on square one. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Ray don't never hit rock bottom where he got to go do that. Not the true Ray Ray. The true Ray Ray can go do 10 years in the pen. When Ray get back out, man, he gonna touch the ground. He gonna his feet gonna hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be plugged in some kind of way, man, to hit the ground. I mean, he gonna hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? You give him 6 months, man, he living better than he ever was. Now the caveat to that is that he probably gonna end back up in prison again. But this is how that thing goes, man. So you got to understand this, man. When you think about the amount of curses that were passed down, there's a great number of black men who don't live under those curses anymore. Who've never lived under those curses. You know what I'm saying? There are black men who come from great 2-parent homes, man, where their mother was had a great job, their father had a great job, man. They ain't never want for nothing. Went to the best schools, man. 16 years old, man, got a brand new car to drive. You know what I'm saying? Lived the life that we in the hood attribute to white folks. There's a bunch of brothers out here who live that life. You know, brothers who ain't never had to worry about, taking care of their parents. Brothers who ain't never had their parents had to borrow money from them or get money from them. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand what being Pookie and Ray Ray and Thuggo is if you ain't never had to, as a young man, had to break bread with your parents, man, because they needed it. You know what I'm saying? Had to keep your parents from getting evicted or something. You understand? Had to pay for somebody to get buried in your family, man. Come out your pocket and help bury somebody because they ain't got no insurance. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know nothing about this, man, you ain't no Pookie Ray Ray, you ain't no damn Thuggo, and you ain't got no business speaking on it. And then let me tell you something. These same dudes they'll say everything in the book, man. So y'all correct me, man. Y'all, if y'all see me do this, correct me. If I use the word nigga, it's a derogatory term that I'm throwing at you because I look at you like you stupid. You understand? That's what, from now on, if I use that term, that's what it means. I'm not just going to use it randomly to classify brothers and call them that because I don't like what they're doing or they don't agree with my program or something like that. Because by the same token, the same dudes who would do that ain't going to say nothing negative about these women. They're going to call them women. They're going to call them females. They're going to call them that. They're going to call them everything. You ain't going to hear them say bitches. You ain't going to hear them say hoes. You ain't going to hear. They might say it on a live stream, but you ain't going to hear them say it in their content. But they're going to say niggas and they're going to, hey man, they're down their own. They're down themselves. You see, things are going to change here, man. All this kumbaya. I done got caught up in this kumbaya stuff, man. I've gotten caught up in this kumbaya stuff myself. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no kumbaya. I don't know these niggas. I don't know them. And moving forward, man, I ain't dealing with nobody but a few people I kick it with. The few people that I chop it up with, that's it, man. I don't owe nobody no loyalty. I don't owe nobody nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never asked nobody for nothing. That's why you ain't seen, man, you ain't seen nobody. You ain't seen me running around, man, trying to jump on people's channel, asking nobody to come to mind. I got some great topics. Man, let me tell you something. If I throw some live stream topics out there that has some cats on, it's going to be the coldest, deepest things you hear because it ain't going to be nothing that these boys be talking about out here. It's going to be my perspective, and I want to hear their outlook on my perspective on a particular topic. You see what I'm saying? But I ain't going to do it because I'm not finna be sending out no emails. Hey, man, you want to get on this panel? And like, I ain't got time for that. You understand? I got lives I'm trying to change, man. So it's just a whole bunch of foolishness, man. And where I'm from, if I don't like you, I don't like you. Where I'm from, if I don't vibe with you, I don't vibe with you. There's plenty of instances where somebody want to vibe with you and you don't vibe with them, so you don't vibe with them. So all that kumbaya stuff, man, I'm out of that, man. That ain't what I'm here for. You understand? I'm here for the AlphaSphere. And no matter how small the AlphaSphere is, if the AlphaSphere ain't number 20 people, you know what? The 21 of us are going to kick it and we're going to chop it up and we're going to grow as alpha men. You understand? That's all this is about. It's about growing as alpha men. See what I'm saying? Come on, YouTube. Don't be tripping with my stream, man. I don't know, man. YouTube been kicked off, man. If y'all can still hear me, man. All right, we back. We back. YouTube been tripping, man. They tripping. So, you got to understand this, man. That as a man, you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest with you. I sat down and thought, and I said, what other topic have black men been so hot on than Pookie and Ray Ray? What other topic have they had so much energy toward but Pookie and Ray? And they all on the same side. Like they all on the same side. How many other cats on this platform have you heard take offense to all these attacks on Pookie and Ray Ray? We ain't gonna use Pookie no way. We just gonna say Ray Ray and Thuggo. Or Ray Ray. We just gonna use Ray Ray because I ain't got nothing for Pookie, man. If I see Pookie right now, man, I'm gonna have to put hands on him. So, when we talk about how many other cats have you heard say, hey, hold up, man, hold up. I mean, I'm Ray Ray. What y'all talking about, man? Y'all niggas don't know what y'all talking about. How many people, how many content creators have you heard say, man, hold up, man, I'm Ray Ray, man. Let me tell you how it is from Ray Ray's perspective. Not they all talking around a topic that they don't know nothing about. And they're making a big deal out of it, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It shows people's true colors when they get so riled up about something that's nothing to them. That's just a reach to talk about a hot topic. That's just a reach to talk about something that other people are on, and they just want to have some views because they know it's a hot topic. You understand? I don't talk about things that don't affect me. And so if it ain't affecting you, you ain't got no business talking about it. These dudes is entertainers, man. You know what I'm saying? These cats is entertainers. That's all it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even got time to play no games like that. So when you think about the fact that these guys will sit and say that, well, Pookie and Ray Ray are messing it up for everybody, or, they doing this right here. Hold up, homie. If you don't live in the hood, what Pookie and Ray Ray are doing don't even affect your life, homie. Your life is unaffected by what's done in that environment. And you ain't going in that environment. You niggas go the other way. Y'all, you ain't going nowhere near that. You have to go a long way and take an extra 30 minutes to get home before you go through that way. You know it just like I know it. And let me tell you something. Ain't no hood worse than the other. If you're in a bigger city, yeah, your hood is bigger. There gonna be more people get killed because there's more people to kill and more people to do the killing. But ain't no hood worse than, man, let me tell you something. You can think you can go down to the country and go down them country boys hood, man, and not think, boy, you gonna end up stinking. You ain't gonna end up stinking. They ain't gonna find you. Cause down there, you gonna get yourself iced out and you gonna get fed to some hogs. So they ain't gonna even find you. You gonna be inside the belly of some hogs. You understand what I'm saying? These boys don't know nothing about what they talking about, man. So let's say this. If God doesn't love Pookie and Ray Ray as much, if not more, than he loves everybody else, then why is that terribly treacherous environment that most of these niggas fear? Why is it not just swallowing up Pookie and Ray Ray? How can a Ray Ray make it out of that environment and become Master P? Oh, I know what y'all gonna say. Well, he sold his soul to the man. Let me tell you something, man. That's just like saying the man who got 500 kilos sold his soul to the devil instead of grinding his way up, improving himself in the streets to where the right plug said, hey man, look, we got a plug. We got something for you right here. Let's sit down and talk. It's the same thing. See, these boys ain't got no type of grind like Ray Ray. So they can't imagine that Ray Ray could grind his way up to the top like that. Let me tell you something. If you see a man who had to sell out to get to somewhere, his activities, his actions will show you that he sold out to get to where he is. You see what I'm saying? When you see a cat wearing a dress, you know he's sold out to get to where he is. You see what I'm saying? When you see a cat that's turning into somebody that's out just shooting people down and all that to get to the top, you know what he did. When you see a woman, man, who ain't got no talent sitting on top all of a sudden, man, worth a damn near $1 billion, then you know for a fact that she did some unscrupulous things to get to where she is. But we ain't talking about that. We talking about cats who started off bosses and ended up bosses. When the last time a cat outside of the... Man, let me tell you something. And this is real talk. Ray Ray is the only black man in America. There ain't another black man in America that start off from the ground and never be nothing but a boss. Always be a boss. His entire life. No other man from no other walk of life can say that. Even if you had to grow up working for your daddy company that you took over, you started off as an understudy to your daddy. It ain't no other group of men, nobody. Athletes, nobody. You ain't gonna find me nobody that can say that they always been a boss from the time they left out there, from the time they left the nest. Ray Ray is the only one. So if you hating on Ray Ray, man, you just a sucker. And I ain't got no talk for no sucker. Yeah, but we ain't even talking about rappers, Tree Cosmo. We talking about bosses. You see, when you look at Migos and the way they dress, you look at their company owner P, and you look at Coach. You look at Coach P and P. You look at Coach and P. They don't dress like that. They dress like men. They grown men. Coach K and P. They grown men. They dress like that. Them little young dudes. They the ones that dress like that. When you look at P still don't dress like that. You look at Birdman. Yeah, he kisses Wayne in the mouth, but he don't dress like that. You know what I'm saying? When you look at these boys, they be wearing dresses, man, they sign to labels. Somebody tell them what to do. See, what I'm talking about is this, man. You got cats that are bosses by nature. They gonna get it out the mud. They gonna grind however hard they got to grind to keep from being a sucker for somebody. Man, let me tell you the worst feeling in the world, homie. This is the worst feeling in the world. To have somebody tell you that they don't need your services no more, even though you've been grinding your ass off. Even though they admit that you've been a hell of a worker, you've been grinding. Ray Ray got too much grind to have his grind stifled. That's my thing about a job. They ain't gonna let me grind when I want to grind. If you got me working Monday through Friday, hey man, Sunday is a big grind day for me. I want to grind on Sunday. It ain't about having a job. It's about having the freedom to grind as hard, as long as you want to. Don't put my grind on no clock. 40 hours a week ain't nothing. You understand? I regularly grind 60, 70 hours a week. 40 hours is part-time for me, man. But if they got me tied somewhere for 40 hours, I ain't got no more energy. I'm stressed the hell out. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with drama in the place. And then I got to worry about if my check going to be right. And then something else go on. And then they bring somebody young in. They want me to train somebody for my position. Man, all type of shit go on in that environment that I ain't with. But the main thing is telling me how long I can grind. Don't tell me how long I can grind because I love what I do. I want to grind all the time. Let me tell you something, homies. When I wake up, my feet hit the floor, grind away. After my knees hit the floor, I get up to my feet and I'm on my grind. And I grind all the way through. I don't take no naps in the daytime, none of that, man. I grind all the way through. So if you hear me at 10 start a live stream and you see me still on that live stream at 12, then you got to understand that I got up at 3:30 and I've been up since 3:30 and it's 12 midnight. So when you hear me starting to get tired at the end of a live stream, man, that's because I've been grinding for 9 hours. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, hold up. I'm lying. I've been grinding for 18 hours. See what I'm saying? When you hear me up at 3, I get up at 3:30, man. 3:30, man. I've been grinding for 18 hours straight, homie. That's why my days set up the way they set up. I grind 18 hours and the next day I ain't got to get up early. I ain't got to set no alarm or nothing. I just get up when I get up. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, man. And this crazy right here. On my off days, I sleep with earplugs in my ears. Because I don't want no noise from outside. I don't want nobody lawnmower. I don't want nothing. I don't want no road construction. I don't want no airplane crash. I don't want no tornado tearing shit up. I don't want nothing to wake me up on my off day. You know what I'm saying? On my late day, where I can get up whenever the hell my body wake up. I sleep with earplugs. Ain't nothing finna wake me up on them days. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that's around me, any woman that's around me, she already knows, unless it's a life or death situation, and I'm talking about either me or you or somebody that's close to us finna die or is dying. Don't wake me up. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that, man. Let me tell you something. Without Ray Ray, and this is real talk, without Ray Ray, black folks would be in a terrible position right now. So all these cats that's out here doing all this bad mouthing Ray Ray, boy, you need Ray Ray. You understand? You need Ray Ray. Ain't nobody like Ray Ray, man. Ain't nobody like Ray Ray. Kurt Nujapia, man, I appreciate the super chat. Kurt Nujapia said we need more Pookie and Ray Ray now than any other time in America to strengthen the black community. Man, that's it. That's it. C-Dug, the homie C-Dug is in the building, man. Ray Ray in the flesh. Appreciate the super chat, C-Dug. C-Dug said, man, blessings, bro. Speak truth and check these clown frauds and mascara wearing Sambos. Hey, man, everything you just said, bro, we need to frame and put it on a postcard for these boys. Shout out to the homie C-Dug, man. King George III, man, appreciate the super chat. KG3 said, preach BoA. Hate being stopped. I quit because I was sick of that BS. I wake up and hit the ground running 3 or 4 a.m. to like 12 a.m. next day, man. That's it. That's what the grind is, man. And you know what, man? Some days I don't want to grind. Some days I just take the whole day off. I just wake up. And sometimes, man, I wake up in the middle, wake up first thing in the morning, man, call my clients and say, hey, man, I see y'all, you know, on the next training day, man. I give them something to do. Tell them just do this right here, and I see y'all on the next training day. See, that's the type of freedom that you got to have. You see what I'm saying? KG3, I appreciate the second super chat, man, just to correct hit. Now, you see that, man? Now, that's KG3, man, is a real live supporter, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, homie C-Dug, man, been rolling with me, man, for, I think, a year now, man. And KG3 sent a second super chat, man, just to correct the word he spelled wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? That's real, man. That's real. So, you got to understand this, man, that everything we talking about right now is just something that needs to be said, because these boys ain't gonna say it. They gonna keep trying to tear down Ray Ray, man. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Anybody that speak negatively on Ray Ray is a sucker. It don't matter who you are. I can deal with you, or even if I don't deal with you. Anybody who speak on Ray Ray negatively is a sucker. Cause he can't do half of the shit that Ray Ray's done in his life and come out unscathed. Well, I ain't gonna say unscathed, because there's some scars that come from that. But to come out the other end and still be sane. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know what? It's like the Pimp game, man. When you think about the Pimp game, man, it look easy, right? It look real easy. It look like you can just jump out there and do it. All you got to do is be able to spit game and wear fly suits. But let me tell you something, man. There's more to the pimping and rocking reptiles and linen. Talking shit and limping. You got to deal with your women. Let me tell you what they got to do. They got to act like your hoe, feel like your wife, and want to live for your dough and kill for your life. You boys ain't got that out here. And then you got to wrap your mind around the concept that this your woman, but you might have to accept the fact or even promote her out there to do some things that normal society might consider unscrupulous. See what I'm saying? But I don't live by terms like unscrupulous. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck unscrupulous mean, man? I don't live by terms like unscrupulous. You know what I'm saying? I don't live by terms like criminal. You understand? We under a system that's sure enough criminal. So I dare that system to call me a criminal for any reason. See what I'm saying? I'm not going to be not talking about this shit no more, man. Because they want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it in the way that it need to be talked about. And I'm going to shut all this foolishness up. Cause I know too many good brothers, man, from that environment who had to come through worse than I came through. I know brothers who saw their daddy killed. I know brothers who saw their daddy kill their mama and then kill himself. I got a homie, man, that he was 7 years old when he watched his daddy kill his mama, and then his daddy killed himself. He's 7 years old, sitting in the house watching both of his parents lay dead on the floor, bleeding out the head, homie. Don't tell me you could deal with that. Don't tell me you come out of that unscathed. And you know who he became? He became the Birdie Man. Literally, he became the Birdie Man. I'm talking about the Birdie Man. Not just the plug for us. I'm talking about cat. Man, listen, let me tell you something. Cats was coming from the ATL to get work from this cat. That's how plugged in he was. So what I am telling you is this right here, man. You got to understand one thing. God loved Ray Ray. You know why? Because Ray Ray could have been Pookie and gave up on life. And Ray Ray could have been Thuggo and been so upset with his circumstance that he just turned into somebody who take lives. Let me tell you, Ray Ray the only one in that environment, man, that gives lives. Ray Ray the only one in that environment that feed people, give people opportunities to do things, man. You got all them little boys in that environment that looking to be D-boys. You say, well, you should aspire to be something else. Okay, let's let you be starving from the time you born to the time you 11, 12 years old, and then somebody give you an opportunity to make some money where you can feed yourself. And well, you shouldn't give in to the peer pressure while you niggas out here driving fancy cars. While you out here living in these fly condos, you talking about down here in the hood, ain't nobody supposed to be giving in to peer pressure, wearing no Jordans and all that. While you got $800 gators in your closet right now. You niggas ain't got no sense in what you be talking about, man. You just sit there and talk, just run your mouth. And I'm about tired of hearing you niggas run your mouths about this. And that go for everybody who talking about it. I don't care who you is. What you gonna do? Flag my channel? That's probably what you gonna do. You probably sitting there listening to me now and think about it. I think I should give him a community guideline straight. He might be talking about me. Do your thing, man. But they ain't gonna stop me from saying the thing that I'm saying right now. You can count on that. Another thing you got to understand is this, man. If God didn't love Ray Ray, how come Thuggo didn't get Ray Ray? There's a whole bunch of aspiring Ray Rays who got caught up in the trap for Thuggo. But how come the real Ray Ray didn't get got by Thuggo? See, let me tell you something about Thuggo. The real Ray Ray, Thuggo is his partner. You understand what I'm saying? Thuggo is his partner. See, that's a blessing to be in that environment and have the man who is willing to knock anybody block off for anything. You ain't got to pay him sometime. He'll knock a block off in a minute. So when you see that man who willing to knock a block off and he got this other man over here that he reveres, that he'll knock your block off for talking crazy to that man. When you hear him next to that man, hey man, you want me to get him? See what I'm saying? That right there, man, that man is blessed in that environment. He's blessed to navigate that environment. Now, do we go ahead and make some dumb, stupid decision that we look back on and say, damn, I could have avoided that if I hadn't done that. I knew better than that. Yeah, we make some dumb decisions because in that environment, in that role, you tend to get a little cocky. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you put a man who ain't had nothing and you put him in a position where he got everything. In his mind, he got everything. You got a man that he has a tendency to get a little cocky. You know, he has a tendency. I'll tell you about a cat now, man. And I used to, some cats that, I know him through some cats that I used to actually kick it with. But he was an OG, man. So he was up in the club, man. He had a bodyguard with him, man. And some young cat was in there talking crazy, man. He had a bad little chick with him, man. Some young cat was in there talking crazy to him, man. And, you know, he just, big boy trying to show out. He mashed the little cat face, man. Mushed him in the face. You know, treat him like a sucker because he got a bodyguard in there. And, you know, they stayed in the club and kicked the man, the VIP, not knowing them young boy was sitting waiting on him. He in the car with the chick driving home, the bodyguard driving behind him in another car, right? So he in there, man, he heading down the interstate. Them boy roll up on him, man, and out of car out on the interstate. Didn't hit him 9 times, but killed the broad that was in the car with him. Now, he is. He been flying under the radar, and now because of this, now the folks investigated him, and within 2 months, man, they had him in the Fed. They had him trumped up on some Fed charges. I ain't gonna say trumped up because the charges stuck to him, but they caught him jammed up. They put eyes on him that wasn't on him before that. See what I'm saying? And so just that little event right there, where he could have just let the bodyguard step in and diffuse the thing, but he in there trying to embarrass somebody because he was feeling so cocky and feeling so full of himself, like Mr. Untouchable. You know, he was on that Tony Montana thing where, you know, I take your fucking bullets. You know, he was on that thing right there. And then, you know, them folk came down and gave him that 12 gauge to the back, and it was all over, man. He fell down in the fountain. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, man, this environment, it's a treacherous environment to navigate. It's treacherous as hell. And so any man that can navigate that environment and come out of it with his brain intact, with his mind intact, and still be, you know, worth a little piece of paper, you got to give that man nothing but respect, because a lot of you niggas going to be working these jobs for 40 years. Going to come out of there and ain't going to have no money to retire on. and ain't got no other skill. You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. These boys, they talking about some things they don't know nothing about, man. And I'm just trying to tell you what it is right now. KG3, man, I appreciate the $5 super chat. KG3 said, y'all the first man I came across where I can talk and don't got a bag off for a beat and hating on me because my grind can't be touched, man. That's it, man. I ain't no hate over here, man. Let me tell you something. You ain't got time to hate if you getting about your money, man. Hating is a waste of time. I ain't got time. While I'm hating on you, somebody could be robbing me, man. I ain't got time for that. Freddie P, I appreciate the $5 super chat, man. Yeah, you know what, C-Dub? That, man, that's exactly what it is, bro. They sit in the cut and hate on me and they really admire. They wish they could do the thing that Ray Ray does. You understand? They wish that they could have the charisma that Ray Ray has. They wish that they could be the type of man that could enter a room and, you know, just because of his flair, women look at him, they feel his energy. Like, they don't even see him. They feel it in the air before they even see him. They wish they could be that without a celebrity name. See, it's easy to do that if you got a celebrity name because the fucking DJ gonna announce you. You understand? Well, I ain't gonna lie, in the hood, you kind of have a celebrity name too, man. If you show no Ray Ray, then you probably gonna get announced when you come in the club too. So that's a little bit different thing, man. It's kind of like this. If you bring a celebrity in, there's a chance that Ray Ray gonna still have more shine, get more respect, get more pull in that environment than that celebrity you bring in. You see what I'm saying? There's some old pictures of Alpo and and Alpo, man, everybody, Alpo's a snitch and all that, man. He killed his homie Rich, but Alpo ended up being a Ray Ray that started trying to be a thuggo because I don't know. I guess he felt disrespected as Ray Ray, and he felt like he had to get some muscle up or whatever, man. But he started off, man, as a Ray Ray, man, that was getting it. Now I'm gonna tell you, sometimes those things cross over. You can get thuggo that mimics Ray Ray's hustle, and you can get Ray Ray that's got a little bit of thuggo in him, a little bit too much thuggo. Cause Ray Ray got some thuggo in him. You know what I'm saying? Well, like Pac said, man, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Ray Ray got some thuggo in him. But Thuggo rarely got Ray Ray in him, but sometimes he does. And when those lines cross, them be the cats that get jammed up in things like Alpo. But if you look at some of those old photos, man, that old images, those old videos of Alpo them in the club kicking it with the rappers that come in. Like the rappers come in and they taking pictures and dapping it up in the VIP with Alpo them because Alpo them was the Ray Rays in the environment. You know what I'm saying? Ray Ray run his environment. You can say what you want to say. You know what I'm saying? Well, what the police come? Hell, man, Ray Ray get to the right stage, man. He got the police in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of Ray Rays. Plenty of time. Ray Ray rise to the top and come out that thing and go legit. As legit as he gonna be, as legit as he need to be to look legit. Come out that thing, man, and start buying up shit. You know, before you know it, man, he got a liquor store over here. He got 2 daycares down there. He got a hair salon over there. He owns 50% of the grocery store that you shopping at. He going down there. He got a partner out there in the projects who actually from the country. They got a hog farm out in the country. Boy, let me tell you something. Y'all don't know nothing about Ray Ray, man. These boys don't know nothing about Ray Ray, man. I'm telling you, the shit that Ray Ray can pull out, boy, is incredible. It's incredible, man. Lamar Hudnall is in the building, man. The homie, let's see, man. I done skipped past a couple of homies in here, I believe, man. I think I got your super. Yeah, I got Freddie P super chat, man. Yo, so man, I appreciate everybody coming in this joint, man, cause this need to be talked about, man. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, man, a lot of these cats, man, did what you got to understand. The distinction between Ray Ray and the average man is simply this. Ray Ray knows who he is from the time he's a child. He's young. He ain't got to find himself. His environment forces him to pick a position. His environment forces him to become who he is, rather. I won't say pick a position. His environment forces him to become who he is young because ain't nobody taking care of him like these boys out here that got these 2 parents at home and they living good, and they ain't never had nothing to worry about. They ain't never had no financial concerns. Yo, man, when you in that environment, when you in the hood, when you on the block, man, when you on the streets, man, your environment forces you to become who you are. These boys growing up, man, let me tell you something. When I was real young, had a homie, man. He was a little bit older, man, but he was short and young. He wasn't old enough to drive. You know what I'm saying? But he was still pushing something fly on chrome. Listen, he was driving, sitting on phone books. You know what I'm saying? He was still having to pick up over the wheel, but you know what? He was getting that money. You know, we talking about boys, man, that's starting to hustle and grind, man, 11, 12, 13 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? Had a homie, man. The homie dropped out in 11th grade, man, and he the big homie, man. You know, right now, you know, he was about 3, 4 years in front of me, man. About 3 years in front of me, man. You know, and he the homie right now. You know, when I go to the city right now, man, I can link up with him, man, and we'll kick it just like that. And so, you know, man, he dropped out in 11th grade, man. He showed up, man, and picked up one of the other homies, man. The homie dropped out, other homie dropped out too. And man, he showed up, he rolled up in 11th grade in a Porsche. You know what I'm saying? He rode up to high school with a Porsche, man, and parked right in front of the building, man, like he was picking up a kid, man. And went in there, man, and told the office, man, he wasn't coming back no more, so take him off the books. You know what I'm saying? He was just waiting till it was a 10th grade. It might have been 10th grade. 14, 15. Yeah, it was 10th grade. It was 10th grade. It was at the end of 10th, almost at the end of 10th grade year, man. As soon as he turned 16, man, he got up out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? He said, hey, y'all might take me out the books, man. Went back out there and jumped in the Porsche and smashed out. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. And, you know, and the homie ended up being my plug. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just from there, you know, we already had a relationship at that point. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, it's the type of thing like this, man. And, you know, I tell you about my Thuggo, my Thuggo partner, man. You know what I'm saying? The way I was in 7th grade when we met, man. You know what I'm saying? And a nigga had came through our hood, man, talking rah-rah, man. And so we put some ball bats on him, right? And so, you know, I can't remember where I was, man, but him and like 15 of his homie rolled up, man. They all had ball bats, man. And I was like, it's about to go down, man. I started thinking, man, how can I Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan and all that, man? You know, then at this the situation that made me realize that I ain't Thuggo. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, you have that window where you are the environment that you're in. And so, you know, I said, man, I think I had to be in, man, maybe 6th grade. I think I was in 6th grade, man. And they rolled up, man. And so, you know, I'm there. So what I did, man, I bagged my back against a wall. I was like, hold up, man. I ain't finna get crept from the back. All of a sudden, man, I see a cat roll up, man, and man, he just rolled up, man, and just started hitting cats. Like they had bats, man. He just rolled up and started socking cats. It's like, damn. So, you know, man, it turned out to be one of these things, man, where, you know, I say this, man. And from there, man, we were partners. You know what I'm saying? We were partners, man, from there. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it unfolded. And, you know, I always made sure you had work, man. You know what I'm saying? I always made sure you had work because there's always a hater. So I always made sure you had work, man. But, you know, it was a great thing, man, to where I realized then, man, that he was who he was. And the fact that it just did something to me. I was like, I don't even know this cat, man. For him to roll up like that, like, and just show himself to be in support of me, in support of my survival, in support of my thriving. I said right then, man, you know what? I gotta, you know, it just did something to me. I ain't know what it was at that age, but I knew that it made me feel a certain way about myself. It made me feel like it elevated me in my own mind. And that's when I realized that the Thuggo level wasn't my level. You know what I'm saying? Elevated me in my own mind. And I was like, you know what, man? You know, this is, I need to look at this a different way, man. And, you know, from there, man, you know, it just, my gravitation toward my place, you know, my position in that environment, my level in that environment, man, it came from there. So, you know, and it still took me a little bit, man, because, you know, for the most part, man, you know, I'm what you call, man, you know, I'm a reformed Ray, man, because, you know, I was blessed with the intellect, man, to excel, you know, in the classroom. Whenever I applied myself, I ain't gonna sit here and tell you I applied myself all the time, but whenever I did, man, you know, teachers were impressed by me enough to let me get away with certain things. So I tell you a story, man. I was in 7th grade, man. I had this little chick, man, and this dude, man, I met him, and he was cool as a fan, man. And you know, this little chick, man, that, you know, everybody was saying, man, she a virgin, blah blah blah. Of course, at that age, man, you think, hell, man, you know, in that environment, there ain't no virgins in that environment. So, but she jumped on my team, man, and so we was at school one day, man, and she said something to me, man. I can't remember what it was, man. And so I just grabbed her, man, and just, you know, man, I ain't gonna lie, I slobbed her down, man. Like I was like in the hallway by a locker. I just grabbed and slobbed her down, man. You know what I'm saying? Slobbed her down, man. Caressing all on her, man. Just doing whatever I wanted to do, man. Like we went in school, man. So a teacher came up and said, "What? Hey, what are you doing? I can't believe this. Like I can't. If you weren't such a great student, I'd take you to the office right now and have you suspended." I said, "Well, thank you. I thank you for not taking me." You know what I'm saying? So I was able to navigate certain things just based on the intellect as well, man. But she didn't know that I was raw like that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, I got some stories to tell, man. Some stories that navigate in that environment, man. But I'm just gonna say this, man. You know, before I get too far into too many stories, man. Cause all my stories involve bras and money, man. So no, I ain't gonna get into that environment, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you. That's one of the things that made me see that if a woman like you, you damn near can't run her off. If a woman really into you, man, and she into you for who you are, you damn near can't run her off. You can't get rid of her. Even if you try to, you can't get rid of her. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got experience. I got experience going on right now, man. Like that, man. Once if a woman really into you, man, like nigga, you got to move out of the country somewhere, and if she find out where you is, her ass gonna relocate. You gonna see her at the McDonald's or some shit, man. You be like, hold up, is that such? Hey girl, what you doing over here? I just moved over here, blah, blah, blah. I heard you was over here. Like, God damn, you got to die to get away from her, man. And then you liable to, man, get outside your body and realize she done killed herself too so she can follow you. You know what I'm saying? So I found out then, man, that, and another story, man, I had a chick, man, who, I ain't even know her, man, and she was super bad. And, the dude who was claiming her, man, I mean, he was the coolest cat around, man. He was raw. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was a cool motherfucker, man. He was cool. I'm talking about cool, just the type of cool where I know this nigga get plenty of bras. The nigga was just cool like that. And, his girl, man, she jumped on me so hard, man. I thought she was a witch or something, man. Like, she was on me like that, man. I was like, it came to the point, man, and this the thing that made me start cutting these nigga girls, man. This is why I started cutting these niggas' wives and girlfriends and old ladies and all that, man, because I ain't cut her. And I ain't cut her just out of respect for the nigga because I knew him and we were cool, right? So, the chick started telling folk, man, that, something was wrong with me because I ain't want her. And I ain't never tell the nigga that his girl was on me when she told him he was with everybody else. Like, yeah, man, my girl told me, man, that you were, he talking about, man, I was chasing the broad. And I was like, homie, you gonna believe that broad? Because I ain't gonna never believe no broad word over a man. Man, she got to give me some proof. If you give me two people and the woman say something and the man say something, I'm gonna be honest with you. The onus of the burden of proof gonna be on the woman, man. And that's the reality of it. So I say these things, man, to say this, man. I should have went on to cut her though, man, because she was cold, man. She was cold. She was cold, man. You know what I'm saying? And I had another chick, man, but she was tall, man. At this time, I probably like 5'8", man. This chick was like 6 feet tall, man. I mean, but she was chunked up. You normally don't see no tall chick that chunked up like that. But she was chunked up, man. Coke bought her body. She was just tall as hell, man. And I couldn't get into her, man. And she just thought she was so fly because these dudes were validating her all the time. And she thought she was so fly that, something was wrong with me. But I learned at an early age, man, like a woman got to bring me something, man. You know what I'm saying? One of the first chicks, man, that I actually like had on my team that were trying to, do financial things for a player, man. I mean, I wouldn't even cut her, man, before she showed out, man. She got to show out. And so a lot of time cats be talking like, I don't need that from a woman. I don't need that from her either. But the burden of proof of her value in my life is on her. And I just don't value a woman for just being in my life. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't about what she bring to the table. It's about what she can prove. You know what I'm saying? Like her actions have to prove it. She ain't got to bring no money to the table. She ain't got to have no good job. She ain't got to have none of that. But her actions got to prove that she gonna hold a pimp down, man. And that's the bottom line. That's all I'm talking about up in this place. King George the Third, man, I appreciate the $5 super chat. Homie said my favorite line to hear is where you from. I say from here. They say you sure? I be like, I'm from everywhere. Weezy's in the building. The homie Alpha Kingdom is in the building. It's the mob, baby. Homie says shout out to the Alpha Brethren. What up with your homie? Alright, no doubt, bro. No doubt, no doubt. Appreciate it, homie. Appreciate the homie Alpha, man. It's the mob, baby. In the building, man. So when you think about it, man, And a lot of times, man, when you need to be plugged in somewhere, Ray Ray the one gonna plug you in, man. You understand? If you need to be plugged in anywhere, Ray Ray the one gonna plug you. And let me tell, I'm gonna tell you another little story, man. Then I'm gonna move on, man. Me and my homie, man, our plug had dried up, right? And we were looking for a quarter chicken. Well, we weren't looking for that, but that's all we were willing to spend on a new plug, right? And so I hit up my people in the ATL, man, and I thought this nigga was cool, man. He was playing the role, man, like we were partners like that, nigga. We kinfolk. Man, he said, yeah, let me check around, man. I hit you back. He ain't never hit me back, man. Next thing I know, man, my mama calling me saying, boy, what kind of stuff is you in down there? Such and such had called me and told me you called him asking about this. I said, man, this nigga here, man, and I don't deal with that fool like not right now, man. And he was my cool cousin. We were people. You know what I'm saying? He was my people, man. And I said, man, you know what, man? At this point, man, I'm cool. It didn't bother me, man, but it was the fact that I ain't want my business out there like that, man. If my folks didn't know how I got down, man, don't you understand that I was doing very well at keeping it low key? So, that's why I say, man, I don't trust nobody, man. When you see me, man, actually kicking it with a cat, man, then you know, man, that we got a real connection. Cause I don't be messing with these dudes like that, man. They niggas get salty and they be like, man, how he do that? That's all it take for a nigga to hate on you. All you gotta do is say, how he do that? So when they see Ray Ray, man, and they see Ray Ray in trouble, man, they want to point the finger. See, that's what he get. I told you them people in that environment ain't no good. Well, let me tell you something. The majority of child molestation happens in environments outside of the hood. You understand? The majority of rapes happen in environments outside of the hood. You understand? The majority of white collar crime, hell, damn near all white collar crime happen in environments outside of the hood. You know what I'm saying? The majority of blue collar crime happen in environments outside of the hood. The majority of embezzlements happen in environments outside of the hood. You understand? The majority of senseless, unwarranted murders happen in environments outside of the hood. 9 times out of 10, if you get smoked in the hood, you got smoked in the hood for a reason, because you done smoked somebody people already, or you done stole something from somebody, or you done stepped on somebody's toes in a way you ain't got no business stepping on it. The problem is in the rest of the world is that just like the Most High told the Israelites to live by a set of laws, statutes, and commandments that's different from the people around them, you niggas outside of the hood don't live by no different laws. You live by the exact laws and statutes of the peoples around you. And now you may look at the hood, you may look at the Ray Rays and Pookies and Thuggos and say, well, look at the laws they live by. They live by that stupid no snitching law, and they live by that. Well, nigga, you live by a law that tell you better than other black folk when white folk don't view you like that. You in the environment where the people view you as less than them, and instead of looking at them, wondering why they view you like that, you looking at the people outside of your environment, looking down at them like you better than them. Worry about your own environment. If you ain't in the hood, don't worry about the hood. What you talking about it for? You ain't gonna be about it. And it'd be the same cats, man. When they hit hard times, man, something go wrong in the family, they need some finance. Guess who they calling? They calling the Ray Ray in their family. See what I'm saying? Ray Ray gonna always get a call from somebody in the family, man, talking about, hey, you think you can help us out with this? Big Mama got her such and such. They about to take Big Mama house, and such and such just got his leg amputated, and Big Mama can't take care of him. He need to be put in the hospice, and ain't nobody got no money for that. Hey, you think you can take over this life insurance policy for such and such? Hey, such and such, they about to go off to college, and they got that little old car out there. It ain't no good. They need a car that they can show enough drive around in. So they always calling Ray Ray when it come to money. And that's the real talk, man. Like Chad said, Naditi getting married and Edgar on a boat. But what about baby Doe? What about baby Doe son Chad? That nigga selling dope. And I ain't lying, and that's our family talk. But what you gonna do when the devil poke you with his fork? That's all I'm telling you niggas. You looking down your nose at me. You looking down your nose at Thuggo. What you gonna do when the devil poke you with his fork? You understand? You ain't doing no better than nobody else. You ain't living no better than nobody else. You out here striving for the same things that we striving for. We all want more money. We all want a better life. We all want beautiful women. We all want nice cars. We all want nice clothes. We all want to live in an environment that's peaceful where we can rest our head at night. What more you want than I want? Just cause you think you got better tools to get it, I say you got worse tools to get it. Your tools got a salary cap on it. Ray tools ain't got no salary cap on it. His salary cap is his hustle. You could go and work as hard as you want to. You can go and work for 59 hours in 2 days. Yo, hey, that was cold right there, man. You can go work for 59 hours in 2 days, homie. And guess what? You still gonna get paid the same thing. You got boys out here, man, thinking they making real money, man, and they going to work working on a damn salary. Where you get paid the same thing for 60 hours as you get paid for 40. And you got the audacity to look down your nose when you let somebody jank you out of your money like that. Man, you's a fool. If you gonna work 20 extra hours for the same amount of money, man, you're a dummy. And you got the audacity to look down your nose at me because I can navigate a way, man, to make as much paper as I want to make? Man, you crazy. You lost your mind, homie. And we ain't cutting no corners, man. I ain't talking about except you. I'm talking about everybody who looking down their nose at Pookie and Ray and talking all that crazy. Well, not even Pookie, but Ray. You looking down your nose at Ray, man, talking about, well, this the reason. You know, the crack epidemic, well, it was they trusted. Man, let me tell you something. How in the hell you gonna look at the environment, man, where niggas ain't got nothing to eat and say it was their choice to start indulging in the sales of crack cocaine to make money? Is you crazy? Yeah, you crazy. You got to be crazy talking that foolishness. You got somebody that can't eat, you give them any opportunity to make money, they gonna make it, man. You got a man like me, you say, if I can master women, man, I got great control over women's activities, man, by controlling their minds and thoughts, man, by putting my own thoughts into their head, man, and making them think what I think. You mean tell me I'm wrong for capitalizing on the fact that you gonna trick? See, let me tell you the problem with these old suckers out here. They don't mind paying the woman. They just got a problem with the woman bringing their money to me. You know, they got a problem with the woman taking her money to the P. If the woman keep the money herself, they ain't got no problem with tricking. They'll trick off every time they see the woman. They'll trick off on multiple women. They just got a problem. Now, see, that's the thing. You ain't got no problem with the woman that you're tricking off on, but you got a problem what she do with the money, but you ain't got no problem what you doing with the money. Man, these boys confused out here, man. They confused out here, man. Listen how confusing that sound. You don't mind tricking on the woman, and you ain't got no problem with her doing anything with the money, long as she ain't bringing the money to the ism. Long as the P ain't getting the money, you cool. Man, these boys out here crazy, man. I heard a cat left a comment the other day, man, talking about, man, pimps, they were sent out to chase the women down and bring them back for massa. Man, let me tell you something. This is the thing. If that's true, then tell me this. If I got to go out there and get the women and bring them in for massa, and then we get kicked off the plantation and we ain't got no way to eat, doesn't it stand to reason that I'm going to take that same skill that I have, the only damn skill I got is going to get women for massa? Now that the women are with me and massa on the plantation, doesn't it stand to reason that I'm going to try to capitalize on the skill that I got? You see, that's an entrepreneur mindset. Let me capitalize on the skill I got. So if all I've done my whole life is go out there and get women and bring them to massa, go out there and pick the best women, the finest women, and bring them into massa. Now, okay, fine. We all had terrible things that we did on the slave plantation, fool. It ain't like me going to get what's worse, me going to get women for massa, or you going out there, your ancestor going out there chasing down slaves for massa for trying to get the hell off the plantation. You see what I'm saying? What I ain't saying is this. The thing is, your people ain't got no job when they get through. They can't go catch no more slave for massa. You understand? When they kicked off the plantation. Me, if I'm out there going to get women for massa, I already know massa preferences. I already know type of women to send in there. So what I'm going to do is take the thing that massa used to make me do and make him pay me for doing that thing now. That's entrepreneurship. That's how being an entrepreneur goes. I got one skill set. Let me monetize that, because other than that, I don't know how in the hell I'm going to eat. So let me tell you something, and it's real talk. It don't matter who you are. And this is for everybody. If you're a content creator on YouTube, man, you can't match wits with me. It take a real street nigga to match wits with me. Because even if you more educated than me, that street edge that I got gonna kill you. And if you on here and you more street than me, that educated edge I got gonna kill you. It takes somebody that all the way knee deep in the game to match wits with me, man. That's why I don't go back and forth with these dudes on here, man, because they ain't on my level when it come to this. I just been holding back, worrying about, you got to create the right kind of content. This is a platform. I'm trying to monetize and build a business. But you know what, man? I'm going to tell you like this. If it ain't going to be built on the realness, you know what I'm saying, then it ain't going to be built. You know what I'm saying? So from now on, man, I'm finna be chin checking and jaw jacking in this joint, man. That's how it's finna go. You know what I'm saying? You boy better start talking about what you know. Because if I hear you talking about something and it's my business, yeah, you can say, well, I ain't talking about you. It don't matter. If you talking about Ray Ray, you talking about me. All Ray Rays around the world are my partners. I respect them. I know what they went through. I know how they got it out the mud. I know the thing they had to sacrifice to get to where they are. I know the mental and emotional scars that come from that. I know all that, man. And so them my partners. And so if they my partners, then I'm gonna stand up for them because they ain't on their platform, especially the one that's still out there, the one that ain't quite reformed yet. Man, they still out there doing their thing, man, and I'm gonna stand up for them in here. Y'all go subscribe, man, to the Pookie and Ray Ray channel, man. That's the link right there, man. New channel, Pookie and Ray Ray. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to that, man. You know what I'm saying? I would just say Ray Ray, but since everybody know Pookie and Ray Ray, we gonna give Pookie a little shine. We even put his name first. So y'all go subscribe to the channel, man. I got content ready for it, but I'm not going to put it up until it hit 100 subscribers, man. Hit 100 subscribers, man. I'm going to start giving you that raw, that real from Pookie and Ray Ray. This is just a slim example of what you're going to get on the Pookie and Ray Ray channel. This is not Book of Alpharonomy content right here. This is Pookie and Ray Ray content. So y'all be looking for that, man. We going to go out here, man. We going to let them know what the business is, man. Because I ain't going to sit around here, man, and act like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit around here act like I'm a part of the clan of cats that's around here talking about, well, Pookie did this. And man, Pookie ain't even relevant. So when I hear you cats talking about Pookie, Pookie is a crackhead, man. He come from the movie New Jack City. That's who Pookie named after. Pookie, it don't even serve no purpose. He can't even keep from getting high. You can't even clean him up. He gonna go back and get high some more. Pookie is irrelevant. So for you to be addressing Pookie like Pookie a problem for you, man, Pookie ain't no problem from nobody where I am. Pookie a problem for his family. Because all he do is steal from him and lie to him. When you talk about Thuggo, now Thuggo might be a problem for you. You know what I'm saying? Thuggo might be a problem for you. I ain't gonna lie. You might need to watch yourself with Thuggo. He might be a problem to you. Because if you don't know nothing about him, you're going to find yourself slipping around him. And he might do something to you. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Thuggo the homie, but you know what I'm saying? It just depends on how hungry Thuggo is, man. You know what I'm saying? Thuggo ain't never nobody you trusted, but Thuggo ain't never nobody you feared either. Because, you know what I'm saying? You know how to dig down inside and pull that Thuggo out yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you just more about the money. BBM John Tay, man, I appreciate the $10 super chat, man. Homie say I'm just taking in this info and applying it. Also, Abraham with the fur pimp in the Bible. Man, real talk. Let me tell you something, man. And, you know, these type of topics, man, you're going to hear on Pookie and Ray Ray, man. We're going to talk about, man, does God condone pimping? You know what I'm saying? Is there ever a time for a man to be a thug? You know, we're going to cover some topics, man. We're going to talk about something these boys ain't talking about. You know why they ain't talking about it? Because they ain't reformed Ray Rays, man. The only reason I can touch on these things is because I'm a reformed Ray Ray. The only reason that I'm on here is because I'm reformed. If I wasn't, I'd still be actively Ray Ray, man. So, you know, let's move on past that, man. King George III, man, I appreciate this $5 super chat. KG3 said, preach. I done did some everything but move them packs. But better believe if I had to move that work, it's going to get done because I'm going to do what I got to do. No doubt, man. I got an old homie, man. He's like 70 years old, man. And, I might have told y'all about him, man, the homie, man, that I go kick it with at Alabama baseball games, man. He like Alabama football, but he don't like all the traffic of trying to go to the Alabama football game. But he love to get down to the Alabama baseball games, man. So, I scoop him up from time to time, man. We go to a game, man. In a particular game he want to see. He like to watch Alabama and Georgia play baseball, man. I scoop him up, man. Go down and let him drink a couple beers, man, and eat him some hot dogs and shit. And, we go down there and he told me one time, man, he said, I said, man, why you still trying to work two jobs, man? He said, one of them just money for me to spend, just for me to ball with. To use one of your terms, there's some money for me to ball with. And the other one, I make such good money at it that I can't let it go. As long as I can get up and go, I just can't let the money go. It's too good. I don't do nothing. He said, and then, but if they ain't get tough enough, man, I said, what did they fire you, man? I mean, he said, well, no, they ain't gonna fire me, man. I've gotten to the point where I'm so valuable, I pretty much run the company, and everybody else who could has already left. So everybody else just do what I tell them to do. And when the owner of the company, hell, he don't know what go on. I just tell him what goes on. I said, man, that's a good point. So he said, but if it did happen, I'm gonna tote the bag. I said, man, what you tote the bag? He said, yeah. He said, y'all selling drugs. I'm gonna tote the bag. You know what I'm saying? My grandboy got to eat, so I'm gonna tote the bag. You know what I'm saying? Him. He was a reformed Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? He was a reformed Ray Ray. And he always know, like, this is the thing about Ray Ray, man, that these cats don't understand. Ray Ray always got thoughts of another hustle in his brain. So Ray Ray ain't gonna never be that cat if a hustle fails or if it don't pan out, he gonna blow his brains out or he gonna start getting high, nothing like that, man. No, he already got something else he want to try anyway. He's just trying to build this one to a certain point so he can kind of self-sustain so he can go over there and do that one. You got to understand this, man. When these boys talk about Ray Ray, they classify Ray Ray as Pookie and Thuggo. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Pookie does have a negative effect on the environment. You know what I'm saying? Because Pookie will just cause the property value of the area to fall, man, because when the police keep getting called about break-ins, that's why people in that environment, and I'm not even talking about necessarily in the projects, and then I'm talking about in the surrounding environments. The people who get high the most don't live in the projects, don't live right in the gutter, they live around it. They come to the gutter to get their work. Most of the people in the gutter are either hustlers or killers. You know what I'm saying? They either hustlers or killers or b-ball players. That's it. You got hustlers, killers, and b-ball players. Everybody in the hood is either hustler, killer, or b-ball player. That's it. If you don't play ball, you're gonna hustle or you're gonna kill. That's the bottom line. So those people who come in, they live outside of that environment. And they go back to their neighborhoods, man, and they get so geeked out, they start stealing and doing all that, man. So yeah, Pookie is a terror. He has a terribly detrimental effect on the environment. But Thuggo has a little bit less. Thuggo keeps things on an even playing field. Like everybody can't be a D-boy, but everybody want to try. You know what I'm saying? And so the weakest ones, Thuggo either takes them out or they got to put Thuggo on their payroll. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. I know a cat, and I don't call no names simply because, it wouldn't be no need for me to call his name. It'd just be me, putting a brother name out there because, y'all don't know him. But, man, Thuggo was on him. And what he did, he started paying Thuggo and setting up some of his plugs, some of his plugs, and not necessarily his plugs, but some of the people whose plug he was. He started setting up some of the people, man, who were coming to him for Thuggo. He started setting them boys up to get hit by Thuggo, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's a terrible position to be in, man. You know what I'm saying? So he was just a cat that could hustle hard, but he was also a sucker. And those were really the type of cats, man, that got. Now, don't get me wrong, man. If you want Thuggo partner, man, he gonna try you. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, man, is a lot of times, man, Thuggo end up getting hit crazily. He end up getting hit by somebody that he already hit before, and he come back try to get him when they get a little bit on, a little bit more, and he try to hit him again. And a lot of times they get taken out like that, man. Thuggo don't live to be old, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never known Thuggo, man, to live past about 35. I don't know no 40-year-old Thuggos, man. If they that old, man, they laid up somewhere, man. They paralyzed either from the neck down or the waist down. I don't know no 40-year-old Thuggos, man, that they made good. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. That's a tough leg to stand on right there, man. Will B from the D, man. The homie from the D, man. I see you in the building, homie. Appreciate the $20 super chat, man. Rob Cruz is in the building. Michael Swint, man, I appreciate the $10 super chat. Homie said versatility is key. Went back to my old hood, East Atlanta, Boulder Crest Road, and chopped it over with some guy the other day. In order to change these boy mindset, you got to be able to speak their language. That's real talk, man. That's real talk. So, and I'm glad you brought that up, man. When you got these cats out here, man, talking about all the change they gonna make and all that, man, you ain't finna make no change where it count at. You know what I'm saying? If you can't go in, man, and make them feel like you one of them, they don't want no change from you. You can only pluck the boy. You can only help the boy that's already out of that environment. You know what I'm saying? But some of those boys ain't got no way to get out of that environment. You got to be going there and pick the ones out. Now, am I saying any young boy in the hood can be saved? Nah, man. There's a bunch of them can't be saved. But out of 100, if 10 out of that 100 can be saved, then I'm going to go in there and get them 10 out. You know what I'm saying? There's some boys in that environment that want to be out. You got to do what you got to do while you in there, but there's some boys in that environment, you give them the opportunity to get out, they going to get out, they going to take advantage of that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And you can't, like shit like scared straight, man. You can't take no boy from the hood, man, to take him to jail and tell him you gonna scare him straight. You know what I'm saying? He's already prepared mentally for that. But those type of things that these boys that be talking down their neck about Ray Ray, these the type of thing they think work. They think scared straight and shit like that work. Man, you can't scare no little boy, man, because he already in his mind thinking about when he get a chance to become a hustler or whatever he gonna do, he already think about how he gonna avoid that environment. And then the chance that he get caught up in there, he feel like he can handle his own in there. You know what I'm saying? So you can't scare somebody that live in a nightmare. I say again, you can't scare somebody who live in a nightmare by trying to present them a fake fantasy. These boys live in a real nightmare. How you gonna scare them with a fantasy? You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that cats don't thought, man, let me tell you something. Fantasy work on females and dudes who think like them. That's who fantasies work on. Man, you a cat that believe in the White House with the picket fence and all that right there, man. Then, you know, having the wife and the kids now and everything gonna work out fine. And y'all gonna grow old together, man, and be living in a retirement community in Florida. You live in a fantasy world like a female, man. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't got no dreams. I ain't got no dream job. I ain't got no dream house. I ain't got no dream career. I ain't got no dream city. I ain't got no dream nothing, man. I got visions. And I set down plans on paper to get to those visions. You understand? I got visions of where I'm gonna be, not where I wanna be. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between Ray Ray and everybody else. Everybody else got visions of where they wanna be. Ray Ray got visions of where he gonna be. And he put it into effect and started working toward that environment, man. That's why when I hear these boys talk, man, I know they don't know what they talking about, and I'm cool with that. You know, get your little views, man, talk about it. But, man, goddamn, y'all been talking about this, man, for about 2 months now. You know, everybody done started talking about Pookie and Ray Ray. Everybody. I'm tired of hearing it, man. Y'all ain't doing that but saying the same thing over and over. Only a few cats, man, saying don't worry about Pookie and Ray Ray. But even those cats like, you know, Pookie and Ray Ray, they ain't nothing to me. They don't affect my environment. No, they don't affect your environment, nigga, because they ain't in it. You know what I'm saying? Let Ray Ray come to your environment and then you going to find out. Of course they don't affect your environment. You don't remember last time you saw Ray Ray. If he ain't in your family. So, you know, the reality of the situation is, man, is this what I'm saying? This don't even boil down to Ray Ray and Pookie or Thuggo. It boiled down to black men feeling